Hello, everyone. So my name is Maddie, and most of the users or developers might have opened this video by checking my thumbnail that I have hired a AI developer for $20. So it's kind of true. So I'll tell you why and how, and without wasting much of time. So let's dive into the actual content of what we are wanted to look for. So I have designed a solution in the backend. It's not that AI agent, or it's not that ChatGPT, or it's not that Claude as specific thing, but we could be able to use the platform which I have created from any other, LLM or any other chat interface which are having the artificial intelligence capabilities. So now let's dive into the actual screen. If you could see on my screen, you can see in the left side there is a cloud, and in the right side the ServiceNow instance. So my intention here is to give a task to the Claude and asking to do something, do specific activity. So far, you might have seen that artificial intelligence, which is generative AI more specifically, can be able to help you out on to perform the activity step by step on how to do it, where to go, where to navigate, and etc. But what I want was to actually perform the task, not to help us to give a guidance. So I have prepared a set of instructions or a set of project that I could say, so which is kind of Atlas alert integration, which is a kind of scoped application that I would like to generate, which are the key goals are, which is scoped app development and some staging table and instant creation, and some I have divided into some kind of stories that what I wanted to achieve it. As a ServiceNow developer, I want the custom application to be created, and these few components that needs to be added, including the fields and what is the table name that we wanted to add, what are the different fields that we need to add in that particular table that we are about to create, and a instant creation endpoint, which is a kind of scripted REST API that I'm creating as a user story, and a connection verification endpoint on the same scripted REST API as a REST resource, and API validation with the Postman. I think it's not gonna work in this, but I just added as a user story over there to make sure that it is working fine or not. We will give a test, and this is a sample API request body, which I have given as a parameter. So let's see the overall how it will happen. So what I will going to do was, let's upload this document to Claude and ask it to develop it. That's it. Simple. So let me do it. So this is a new Claude, new chat, if you could see, and this is a new instance. And to be precise, let me show you the my company applications. And there are no company applications that have been created so far. And if I could go to the studio, and you could see there are no company applications or custom scope applications that have been updated on the latest or created on the latest. So it's all out of the box, and this is a clean instance. So let's see what will happen. So let me upload that document which I have mentioned here. And kind of I will add some instructions that, can you go through the requirement document that I have provided and develop the user stories in the ServiceNow instance that you are connected. Oops, I have spelled it wrong, but I don't think so that'll be a problem since it is a generative AI. We are growing very fast. So I don't think so that will be an issue, but yeah. And okay, so there is one issue that I have found, that it is not able to create and import the tables yet. So I just kind of added as an instruction that if by any chance you are not able to create a import set table or staging table, instead create a normal table. So that's it, nothing else I'm going to say. Just upload the PDF and with some set of instructions which are very vague. So let me hit it and let's see what's going to happen. All right, so it is thinking now, and let's see if something happens here. Let me come here and go to the ServiceNow studio and see if there is something that has been created. Oh, it started creating the scoped application. Wonderful. Oh, it have created the scoped application. Great. And let me reload this my company applications. Awesome. We have got the Atlas alert integration, and let's see if it is creating any kind of resources in the backend. As of now, no. And if I can see it from here, let me reload this as well. Oh, it is creating the import set table, since the import set table creation is not available. So that, as I said, there is some integration issues that are happening. I'm figuring it out yet, but yeah. Great. So there is one table that has been created. That's with the name that we have requested for, but since that's the scoped application, it is adding the prefix. Well and good. Wow, it have created the fields that I have requested for, like the URL field, process to true or false, score field as a decimal, product name, CVRT. Let me check if that's the thing that I have provided here. Okay, it is assuming that we need this information and it is kind of creating those fields based upon the alert integration that I have mentioned there. So pretty fine so far. And let me come and refresh here and let's see what and all resources. Awesome. It have created a good number of resources here where it created the table and it created the table columns that are required for this Atlas alert integration. I know a lot of questions that might come arise that, okay, how do we governance perspective, how do we, stop using it, or is there any approval mechanism that we can put? Yes, absolutely. As of now, I just go it in the flow to not to put any approval since it is in the development phase. But yeah, we could do it. And it is asking to do something. Okay, yes. Please go ahead and do whatever you want. And there is something server. Oh, it created a business rule as well. Sounds good. All right, the table name is empty. Seems like a bug. And there are no options that are needed, but asynchronous has been there and the required script has been created. Well and good. And it is asking to create a scripted REST API. Wow, that's awesome. Even I did not tested that particular piece yet so far. So I could see that the scripted REST API has been created. Sounds good so far. Let me see if it created any resources. Looks like we created a resource. It created a resource. Oh, awesome. This is a connection test and create instant. I think those are the two that I have asked for here, which is a instant creation endpoint, well, and a connection verification endpoint. Connection test and create instant. Great. So let me see if I could test this by any chance. Oh, it's still creating it something. Isn't it awesome to see that we have asked something to do it instead of telling how to do it, it is actually doing it. So wow, it is amazing. So yeah, seems 200 okay. And what came? A connection to the Atlas integration is successful. Okay, awesome. So if someone is integrating with this and hitting this API, so they could be able to actually see the which API version that we are using and what is the timestamp we are hitting and whether it's a success or failure. Pretty good. And it is doing some more activity. So let's come and refresh it here. Okay, what else it is creating? It created a scripted REST API. It have created the subscription configuration since it's a custom scoped application. It will be automatically created. That's fine. Field labels that have been created. I see the issue with the business rule that business rule does not have the table specified. Oh my God, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it have updated the table name and when to run. Awesome. So now let me test by creating another record to see if the business rule triggers properly. Oh my God, it is doing wonder. Okay, yeah, you can continue. There are some kind of it's a $20 AI developer, so it will come up with their own restrictions, but I hope you understand. So let me reload this and see anything that has been created more. The good part was it have created the table name, and I did not clearly mention that since this is an Atlas alert related integration, I did not specify which records or which particular fields that we wanted to create, but it still have understand that these are the required fields that might be needed for this whole custom application, and it have generated on its own, which is a good thing, which is an add-on. Um, okay, it is creating some kind of dump or check if it has been incident has been created, and it is creating the applications with the navigation module so that we can actually uh, you know, navigate through. Let's see if it is been done by any chance. Atlas. Okay, so I don't find it yet. So let's try with alert by any chance. No, so that's fine. I think it's still under programming stage, so we can expect some bugs. But I can see that it have done a pretty much good work so far, and it is creating the implementation summary overall. So let me show you what exactly it has been done. If you see here, so this is a project overview, and these are the user stories that have been completed. It have done the application scaffolding, and it have created some stage incoming data for the transformation. As I mentioned, the staging table creation was not directly allowed in the service now, so I have asked it to create if the a specific staging table creation is not provided, then I asked you to do it as a normal table, and these are the fields that are being created. So it is having the actual memory of what it have done, and what is the business rule that it have created, and instant creation endpoint, and what are the field mappings that it have done. This I haven't seen anywhere. Do we see any transform map here? Let me check if there is any transform map that has been created by any chance. Oops, I navigated to the LDAP transform maps. No, I want it. From the latest one. Oh my God, it have created a transform form app, but the source table is this import set row, which is not right. But fine, that I could see at least the field maps that were created, well and good. And this is the creation endpoint, and this is the data that it have expected to create. So it took the uh, actual payload that I have requested for, and it have done everything. And even it has provided us the step-by-step to test the actual integration with the Postman. So okay, so this application menu was not there that I have seen. So just now, which the application menu was missing, but still, let me check in if it created something by any chance. No, it does not create it. So, all right, it is asking us to do it, I guess. So we need to check the navigation menu and staging alert records that are there, security considerations, access control is key features, automated processing, acceptance criteria has been checked properly. And next steps was to go through the UAT testing and everything. And all user stories are fulfilled and ready for acceptance testing. So So that's it. I just wanted to walk you through a quick overview of what a AI developer, which I have hired, trained, and developed, can be able to do. And yeah, leave me the thoughts on the below comments. And uh, let's uh, let's meet on the next video. Thank you so much.